All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the series. Hope everyone's doing well today. We are picking up here from Mystery Lake and Camp Office. We just slept through the night. If I don't get up from being crouched, okay. Yeah, we're picking up. It's the start of a new day. Basically picking up from the end of the last episode. I had told you guys that I would do some things off recording or not recording, and I did none of those things, so I do apologize about that. It's just getting to be busy time of year with the holidays and work and everything along those lines, so just haven't had as much time to do that as I would like to have. But yeah, so we'll kind of keep up with the current things. Maybe we'll get some guts cured in this episode. We'll see. It'll be close. But then I also want to spend some time in this episode and talk about the big announcement from Hinterland of the sequel to The Long Dark. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Yeah, so looking forward to it. Looking forward to another good episode. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. If you enjoyed today's episode, of course, be sure to hit the like button for me. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, we crossed the 800 subscriber mark. We are continuing to roll. Really no direction but to go but up. So if you want to join the channel and keep hanging out here, would definitely appreciate you guys subscribing. And then of course, any comments you have for me, that sort of thing, throw those into the comments section below. Okay, I'm just kind of taking stock of what we got going on. Man, we got cured pelt after cured pelt after cured pelt after cured pelt. We got a ton of stuff. We just don't have the gosh darn guts we need. But it looks like we're gonna get some pretty soon, and we can always go out and look for some other ones as well during this episode. Let's drop some things. Oops, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, so I really wasn't expecting it. I think they roughly did it at the time of the Game Awards. You know, the industry as a whole, I think, announces a lot of new titles and things around the Game Awards. I'm not sure who the title sponsor or whoever puts on those Game Awards are, but you know, they usually announce new titles around. I feel like everything is just really loud today. I just changed my volume here. Let me do that one more time. Go even lower. Okay. I feel like I'm, I play my own voice through my headphones, and I feel like I'm screaming at myself. So I hope it's not reflecting that way for you guys. But yeah, so roughly around the same time that they, you know, the industry as a whole kind of announces big projects and stuff, they announced the follow-up, which is going to be called Blackfrost. Blackfrost of the Long Dark 2 is at least the way that it's written, which is cool. When I first saw it, I just saw the word Blackfrost. I didn't see any, like, the subtitle of the Long Dark 2. It kind of makes me wonder, like, if they didn't really want to call it the Long Dark 2, but it's like maybe felt like they somewhat had to include that just because of the I don't know what the right way to phrase it is, but they don't necessarily have the name recognition, you know, of a big title to just launch a new title with no connection to the old one, so they'll probably have to tie in that Long Dark 2 in there somewhere, which is fine. But yeah, it looks cool. I don't think, unless I'm wrong, I don't think anything of what we saw in their
can't feel my
about
feet.
a minute and a half long trailer was in-game footage. And unless I'm wrong, I mean, they don't think they made the claim anywhere that it was in-game footage. It didn't really look like in-game footage, but it at least kind of looks to reflect the same, like, art style of the Long Dark, which is cool because that was even one of the things. Oh, I heard a footstep. Might have just been my own shivers.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
I'm just gonna go this way. A couple rocks to throw. It's just like I'm in this, like, no man's land of, like, I need something to do until these
I could eat a horse.
guts are cured. Okay. So, and I think the biggest deviation for it from this title is they mentioned co-op, which is interesting. It's going to be interesting what form that takes on, right? Is that like is that couch co-op, right? Is that like split screen? Is that online? Is it like a MMO kind of thing? Is it like what exactly does that mean when we say co-op? It just says, and I've got the Steam page open here, so I'm just kind of glancing at what they're saying. But so as co-op players, lean on each other and combine your skills and efforts to eke out another day of existence in the hostile environment. Alone or together, choose your own path to survival. Seems interesting to me. Is there anything here? What's this? Oh, cool.
Too heavy.
I think that a lot of people enjoy the solitary nature of playing the Long Dark. Like, something about just being out here in the wild, alone, I think is enticing a lot. And so it'll be interesting to see how the multiplayer piece. There's something on top of that rock. Affects like that overall mood, I guess you'd say. It looks to feature a lot more, I don't want to say urban environments, but communities, which is interesting too. I'm gonna probably say which is interesting like 20 more times in this episode. That's just because like there's so much we don't know at this stage. I had this thought, and I don't know when it occurred to me, but I was like, it'd be kind of cool if I was like what form does this take on? Like, cause do people like, I have so many thoughts. I'm trying to, how do I say it? Like, if you have this community of players maybe trying to survive, and somewhere like, I'm just going to use Milton as an example, which we can go to Milton while we kill time on these guts, maybe. I don't know. Could get these guys. Like, I could go out as a member of that community and like hunt, okay, I'm gonna go hunting for a couple days. We'll see you guys when I get back, kind of thing. You keep working on, whatever it is that they're working on. You keep making the deerskin pants for the group or something like that. I think that would be kind of cool. Oops. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with my hands, guys. So is it gonna be like, I don't know. There's just so many questions. Like, is it gonna be like how? Oh gosh, that was terrible. How closely teamed are we gonna be with other people? Do we have to be teamed with other people? Can I still play the game solo? Those are kind of the questions that I have about the co-op. Oops. Maybe it's like, I'm trying to think of an example game. Where maybe the towns are like hubs almost of all the shots. That's the one I hit. I'm gonna be too slow. Oh, I can't figure it out. Oh gosh, guys. Can't pick them up with a rock in your hand.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
And you kind of load into this. I'm thinking like The Division. That might be an example if anyone never played The Division by Ubisoft, I think it was, right? How like when you went into the settlements, you were with all of the other players. But like when you go out, you're largely solo. Maybe there's another player or two here and there kind of thing. Put this away. Grab the rabbit, please. Okay. I think that might be kind of cool too, or like you can meet in these central locations and like do trading and like, meet other people, or maybe like you can add people to your party if you want to go out into the the world as a 2, 3, 4-man person group. I think that would be kind of cool, but I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing what's in my head. Nothing that I know is like obviously based in any kind of reality. So I need to get inside it and kind of realize I'm kind of just flapping my gums at the moment. What else they got on here? Involves every aspect of the survival formula from essentially the first game.
Wonder if I can drop any of
Build
this
your own
gear.
survivor, customize traits and skills, collect scars and stories. That's kind of cool. Wonder what that entails. Like if I get attacked by a bear, is there gonna be some guy walking into town that's got a destroyed coat, and you're like, "Oh, what happened to you?" That would be kind of funny. Many games have tried to bring the survival mechanics to their open world RPGs, but Blackfrost is the first survival game built ground up as a survival RPG, and there's probably some truth to that, right? Like they spent the better part of the last 10 years creating this title.
I think my stomach is eating itself.
And so, they're probably just building on top of this. The 19th century level of technology due to the Aurora's effects on the world and its inhabitants. Cities and town offer opportunities, new hazards. I wonder how much too, like, because any real survival situation, right? Like, there's going to be a fraction of people. Really, it's probably not a fraction. It's probably a lot of people that aren't going to exactly be nice to other people. So I'm curious, like, too, if there's going to be. I don't want to like use the term like PvP or player versus player because I really hope it's not. But like, if I come across you in the wilderness, can I relieve you of your things?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
That could be interesting. It would be, I think the way that you could limit that is like if, where's my rabbits? If, like if one player has a rifle, like they can only have like 3 bullets or something like that. Nothing to harvest. Oh. Dummy. Right, so like then you have to actually weigh, like am I going to need that bullet that I'm using on this survivor on a bear? Like do I need to save my bullet and just leave these people alone kind of thing? I don't know. Could be very interesting. Let's check out what else they got on their list here. New hazards. The will to live. Wilds are dangerous, but yes, but sometimes the city is where the real threats lie. Survival is just about what is in your head and what's in your pack. With Blackfrost, your success is no longer about just your physical condition. Blackfrost's new Will to Live system adds elements of psychological survival to the mix. I remember seeing that when I watched whatever I watched, or maybe I just read it here. That reminds me of Green Hell, how you have the sanity. I never really cared for it in Green Hell. It was kind of a wonky system. So hopefully Hinterland pulls it off better. But that's immediately where my head went. Was the sanity meter in Green Hell. I'm curious to see. I'm like just ready to. I want more information. I think that's probably how a lot of people feel, but I want more. Manage your doubts and fears. Introduce. Okay, upon urban risks. So the deep freeze of the intense north winter, extreme weather events, aurora storms, and the dreaded radioactive Blackfrost. Okay. I didn't actually notice that Blackfrost was in reference to something in particular. Did I break down this chair? Oh, I moved it. I was probably playing around. We need to drink some water. We actually need to make some water. How much time we got left in the day? We might go collect some sticks and make some water here shortly. What What time is it? It is midday. We should be able to go get some sticks.
Something's gotta go.
We might have some sticks on us too. I need to check that. Minted by a reactor complex. Yeah, they did in the video. If you haven't seen the video, they did show a guy standing in front of a nuclear power plant, and it was, I don't know, doing something. So I guess that makes sense. Like nuclear pollution could be an interesting plot twist on that. The one thing I don't really think it ever mentioned anywhere, unless I'm just missing it, is the mention of any kind of narrative, story-based part of the game, which I could have missed anywhere. I don't know. I could see him not doing a story, just because, like, I wouldn't say Wintermute's been a failure, wouldn't maybe put it that way, but obviously it hasn't been I would say, a priority for them. I mean, we're 10 years into this thing and we still don't have the conclusion of the story. So I don't know. I can't imagine that they're like lining up to go write another story. I don't know. I could be completely wrong there, but it's how it seems in my mind. They don't mention it anywhere. Right? They don't come out and say anything. So I'd be curious to see if there is a story written in there somewhere. It definitely says layered on the dangers from wildlife and other survivors you encounter along the way. So that makes me think that there is the potential for like having to deal with ill-willed other players. Permalife. The innovative Permalife system turns every death into a new adventure. Accumulate new risks and fears for your survivor as you move towards the world and succumb to various hazards. Face your fears,
feel numb.
Overcome their downsides, and strengthen your survivor's story in the world. Make your mark. Classic permadeath is still an option. Okay, that's interesting. So it's like you... I don't know. I wonder if it's going to be like a... I don't know. Like you spawn, you live your life, you level up and everything, and then if you die, maybe you die, but your character starts, maybe you like keep your level up progress and like lose all your equipment and everything. I could see that being the case. And then
Goddamn freezing.
just goes into early access from there. That's the last thing the note is about. Blackfrost is being built using early access to minimize player feedback loop and the team's ability to iterate a cycle of constant improvement. This builds on Hinterland's long-standing reputation as a pioneer of the early access model with the Long Dark. Being the first game to exist simultaneously on multiple early access platforms on PC and console at the same time. Blackfrost will be built a piece at a time, and will launch without the game's full planned world or feature set. Okay, I mean that's generally right. That's kind of early access to a T. Not super surprising there. Kind of makes you sad when you read that a little bit. Just like, we've come so far in the Long Dark. Like the fear is that I don't want to start over at all. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. Obviously, we'll play it on here.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
It's slated to enter early access in 2026. So, who knows what part of 2026 that's going to be, or anything along those lines. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to pass a little time. That's fine. Team's plans to handle roadmaps, timelines, and player feedback will be released closer to 2026. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm on board. I'm looking forward to it. I think I really want to make water, but I don't want to go back over to. I'm stinky as it is, but my pots are over there. That's the thing. It's all ruined. I'd like to eat the rabbit meat that I have. Oops. Guess a rabbit skin hat or something. In my solo run right now, I've kind of like, in my head, I'm like, I really need to come to Trappers and craft a base. And that is just like, you know, it's one of the oldest locations in the Long Dark. It's like got such the sentimental history to it. It's like, I really need to come do that here. You know, I'm kind of, oh, we're not even tired. Gosh. Do I risk carrying my meat back over to, I don't, ugh. I can't make water here because I don't have my pots. Ooh, that was cured. 4%, 66%. Oh, the one that I think I carried that one over here. And it was cured in my possession. Yeah, let's go back just because our pots are over there. I don't really want to, but I can't make water over here. I'm just going to have to risk the wolves, which is unfortunate, but...
Too much.
Sorry, I'm trying to get back to OBS. Okay. I had hidden OBS so I could read the stuff from Steam for Blackfrost. I wanted to get it back open. But yeah, I'm optimistic. I'm a little hesitant maybe about the co-op part. I think more details needed there. I am like personally not a big as I've gotten older, like I like playing games on my own more and more. So that kind of raises the fear level of me, but I also think there's like a world that you could have a multiplayer survival game where like you exist in the world with other people, right? But you can be like the old hermit that lives in the cave or whatever. Like that's kind of interesting. But I think that's the biggest issue. Or not, it's not an issue. It's not an issue at all. I don't want to frame it as that. Just the most interesting thing that I think I'm curious about seeing more of or about. Really hoping we can get over there without bringing any wolves down on top of us. I've been playing Stalker so much that I just like am expecting it. You know? Worried about going over this hill specifically because conditions not great right now. But they still owe us episode 5 before the end. I suspicion that we didn't get any gameplay footage because I wonder if there's not much. I don't know. I shouldn't say that because again I don't know, but I'll be excited when we start to see the first bits of endgame footage. Do a little wolf check here. I don't see anything. So I think we had 3 guts back there curing. Okay, I know where I'm at. We got a little bit turned around here. I know we've got a couple camp office. Still probably 3 or 4 days from being able to leave Mystery Lake, which is frustrating, but that's the reality. I feel like we did everything at the beginning of this run so fast, and then like maybe that's part of like why I'm stuck now is because it's all catching up with me. But like we got our We got our tools crafted super quickly, and then it's like now we've hit a major roadblock and we can't really move forward until we get guts. I mean, technically we don't have to get the clothing. It's just like one of those things that why wouldn't you? Especially when I've got like 8 deer pelts waiting for me. Look down the track and see if there's any wolves down there. I don't see any. I'm kind of like, now that the wildlife update has kind of sat for a few days, I don't know. I don't want to say I dislike it. I just don't notice it really all that much. Maybe. I mean, there's places where it is definitely different. Like there's wolves missing from where they used to be, or you'll see them in places that they never used to be. But it just doesn't. There's enough that's the same to me, I guess. Oh yeah, there's one coming right to the left. Try and go around him. Enough is the same that I think the overall, like, doesn't feel like much changed. Where'd he go? He was coming for me. He was on the path. I don't know. I know they go to, I think they go to where they first got your scent first, and then they turn, but I don't see him at all, which is more concerning. Oh, there he is. Okay, he's down the track. You guys probably won't be able to see him, but he's walking down the railroad track right now. Yeah, that's him howling. It's weird that he, like, I guess, like I said, I have been playing a lot of Stalker, so he may have just lost interest in me, whereas in Stalker, he'd be, that would not happen. You have to be a long ways away from a wolf to not attract him to you in Stalker. That's another thing in this new game. How is difficulty going to work? How is that going to work with multiplayer environments, right? Like, is the environment itself going to be one difficulty? I think it's going to change a lot for people like myself.
Someplace to escape
right?
this
'Cause,
cold.
like, you know, I play Interloper mostly just, like, if I've said it a lot, like, if I'm playing Long Dark by myself, I'm generally picking Stalker. And I play Interloper just because it's more of a challenge and gives us more to do when I'm playing with you guys. But, like, if Interloper doesn't exist anymore, you know, like, what's the interest level? I guess, I don't know.
I might have to drop some gear.
I think he'll be alright. Alright, so I'm not going to make water tonight because it's too late in the day. What are these at now? 21%. Geez, they're taking forever. I guess I could probably make a bow. One of these is... Well, I have one on me that's cured. That one's not even cured. Could probably make a bow, and that would give us the ability to go, like, shoot that deer that's out front or something like that. We get some more pelts that way. And it would be a good use of our time. I mean, we'd be making progress towards something at least. I think I might do that. What all do I need? Hopefully it's not more than one gut. Which it is, so that hurts. Let me get these all in one spot so I can see them. So can't make a bow yet. There's not a lot we can do. So let's go up here. Let's maybe do a little bit of reading here. problem is we're really not tired right now. It's kind of the problem I'm facing. It's kind of like I can't really go to bed because we're not tired. It's going to be too dark to read, though, too, is the thing. You know what I can do is the trader an interloper? Yeah. But the time might not have passed yet, because I think we're only on day like 14 or 15. I can't remember if he is or isn't on Interloper. But that means I can read, though, the light. So let's just try and knock out a book, maybe. What if you get, like, in Blackfrost, if you get, like, gangs of, like, scavengers, and they just go raid other people's camps? There's got to be some, like, surely they're not going to let it turn into that kind of game. Because it will. For sure it will. Which is fun to an extent, but eventually you just, like, that is not what this game is, by any means. Alright, let's do one more chapter. Finish this off. And we'll have a book done. And go to bed.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Have some cooking experience. Okay. And that's this book done, right? Yep. Okay. Oops. I mean, I think you can limit that by the amount of weapons that are in the world, right? Because if, you know, there's firearms and stuff are limited, then obviously you're not going to have big groups of players wielding a bunch of weapons around to go knock over another community or something. Like, I think in some ways that sounds fun. Like, I think there is some fun there to be had. But I think it would get old. It would kill the overall timeline of the game, like a amount people would play it, I think. We need to eat one more. Because I think there's a portion of the Long Dark community that just wants to play the game, like, by himself. And enjoys that it is like a solo-only experience right now. It'll be interesting, though, because I don't really have any friends that play it. So, I mean, I know we're still talking probably about a year and a half away, at least. But could almost be 2 years if it's the end of 26.
Never been so hungry in my life.
Yeah, I didn't sleep through the night, huh? But I'm going to have to find maybe some other creators or something that want to team up. That's what's always been kind of like weird to me, and not weird, but like this is far and away like one of my favorite games. And I've recommended it to like friends and family and stuff, and I don't know, maybe just because it's a smaller indie game, like people aren't like super willing all the time to go play it, or maybe they just don't think I have good taste. I don't know. It is. I mean, it is slower, I guess. Like if some people just want to do their, you know, Call of Duty thing and be done with it, versus me who could play for 4 hours and cover 10 days in game and be happy that way. All right, so I can hear the blizzard outside. I'm trying to think what that means for us. What do we want to do? I needed to make water. My pots are outside. I still have some calories, actually. Let's go ahead and read some more and exhaust those calories. I'm probably pushing up on cabin fever risk, too.
Should be anything right about now.
So, unfortunately, there's not a spot here, I don't think, that's you can have a fire outdoors and be like 100% protected. Oh, it sounds like the blizzard just ended anyway, so should be okay. Just gonna go drop this book up here. Start a pile of Wilderness Kitchen books. That one's not been read at all. That one's not been read at all. That one's not been read. That one has. That one's almost done. That one's not even red at all. And these are worthless, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop these two. And actually, I might use one to start my fire. How much wood did we end up with? 25. It's not a ton, but that'll get us some. Actually, we'll take that and we'll use those.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I think we're wind protected here. It's kind of like the wind's blowing right into us, but I think we're in a little hole here that I think we'd be able to start our fire, no problem.
Damn it. So hungry.
You will live, dude. Alright. Obviously, normally I wouldn't do that, but that is a marksmanship book in a game mode with no guns, so I'm not going to worry about burning it. Okay. Let's cook the rat. Let's do one of each. Cook. Water. It's like I need the water. I don't necessarily need to cook the rabbit. Oops. Okay, and there's a piece of deer over there too. How's this looking? 59 minutes, we got an hour here. Let's go ahead and add that other piece of fur. Back. I need to quit right-clicking. Pastime until ready. Take it. Take it. Cook. Venison. Cook. 47 minutes, 45 minutes, 2 hours. Pastime until ready. Okay. Okay. Oops. Oops. Just drop that all there so we don't bring in any angry doggies. Water. Melts. Nope. Cook. Cook. Nope. Water. Cook.
That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
So a couple hours on that. I'm going to walk down here and see if there's any more cattails. Just because we went through a lot of them. Rooting. Our condition's not great. Oh. Why you always got to be over there, dude? I'd like our condition to be a little higher, but it is what it is. I don't think there's going to be any cattails because, right, we went all the way around. Unless I can get behind them and go check that bank over there. But, I mean, we went down that stream probably half the way last episode. So, we'd probably be walking for that way, a ways that way, before we found any cattails. So, I don't know that I want to stray too far away with our water going over there because I don't want it to boil or overdo itself or evaporate, I guess would be the right way to say it. Not seeing any over here either. Thought there would be some, but nope. Yeah, and Stalker, I know that he would already be on us. Just I've played, so I said I hadn't had time to really play, but I have. I've just done it from my ally, my ROG ally, which I highly recommend. Not necessarily just the ally, but a handheld PC for gaming. I think most of you guys know that I'm a dad. I'm a married dad, and so there's two factors there, right? Like, my wife would like to spend time with me, and I mean, my kids do too, obviously, and I like to spend time with them, but it's like, you know, I can't always just like stop whatever I'm doing. And thought I heard something. It's harder for me to, the way that my house
is getting kind of heavy.
is situated, I can't just like disappear into where my desk is located for 4 or 5 hours at a time, you know what I mean? Unless it's like late and I'm not getting any younger, and I like to sleep at night. It's been a while since there's been a game that's like really compelled me to stay up late. Actually, part of that's like I've started a new job within the last 3 months. I'm not really like in a position where I am comfortable enough yet to just like show up tired the next day. That sort of thing. So, I have probably overall gamed less in the last 3 or 4 months than, you know, maybe the 3 or 4 months before that. Like, overall I've played less games, but in the time that I've played games, I've played vastly more TLD. And that's, a lot of that comes to this update. I feel like I have a purpose in the game now with, like, you know, oh, I want to add this to my safe house. Oh, I want this decoration, but I know I have to go all the way across the, you know, the island to go find it. Or like, you know, building the furniture takes a lot of resources. So I need to go spend a couple days getting the resources, and so it like, I'm so ingrained in all of the different things to do right now that I'm having a blast with the game. Did he turn the other way? Which is great. I hope it stays that way until Blackfrost. I'm going to say it's probably going to be towards the end of 2026. That's my guess. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I'm betting it's like October 2026. About a year and 10 months, or you know, just under 2 years. That's just my guess. I don't know. It could be January 1st, 2026. But I feel like with the way that the video game industry is, just plan on, take whatever you think and then just like add time to it. Especially if it gets pushed, which is a real possibility for any game, not just Blackfrost. Just looking. We are at 35 minutes. Time until ready. Take it. Take it. How much time we got? We can do another round. Oops. I could make some herbal tea too. Let's do one more round of water if we have the time. And then we'll make a couple glasses of herbal tea. Let's do like 2.5 hours. Yeah. Okay. Snow's starting to come down. And I do think the next couple years, or even like, let's just say it's a year. I think 2025 will be engaging because of episode 5. Like that gives us another little nugget to wait on and anticipate. And so I think that will maybe make time of being engaged with the Long Dark go by quicker. At least that's my hope. Maybe keep it fresh longer. And who knows if they're going to do anything else in Sandbox, or if they're officially calling that done. I don't think there was anything left with the DLC. I think they pretty much said that was done deal, but there's always a chance they throw something else into the base game. I think there's some bugs with tempted to go nail that ptarmigan. Do I have any feathers? I do. With the base customization, like some of the furniture and stuff, just it's kind of bugged in the way you can't place some things. Oh, he moved. He like juked me. Do you guys see that? Went one way and then the other. That I think they'll fix. I mean, that's not like new something, but like, so in my stalker run, I went to Blackrock, and I went to the prison, well, the prison, but in the prison there's the like bunkhouse. It's got a bunch of disheveled bunk beds in it, and I wanted to just tear up all of them and position one, you know, neatly and nicely, and you can't move a bed frame and then like reliably place a mattress on a bed frame, and like that is just like, it just kills the whole vibe for me. Like I just left Blackrock because you couldn't put a bed on a bed frame. So stuff like that I think can be fixed, but we'll have to see. I mean, that's not necessarily like fixing your issues isn't the same as continuing to engage with content, but at least makes the game active. Guys, I feel like I've been talking a lot. It doesn't help that we had the whole Blackfrost thing, and I feel like there was a lot to say. We had a topic, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I just got on here today and didn't have anything to start with. I've always like been interested in doing a podcast, but it's just I don't know that there's a topic that I'm consistently as interested in to where it's like worthwhile doing that sort of thing. This looks like we ought to probably consider getting inside. We'll go sit by our fire, stay warm. $15 minutes until melted. What else we got going on in here? So we got back up to 33 cattails. When we go back, when we go down the railroad track, we'll go that way. So we'll go back up that stream and we'll get the rest of the cattails that we passed on. Just try to build up a big chunk of them. 36 minutes, that's plenty to cook a couple rounds of herbal tea. Cook. 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 Herbal tea. Why can't I? What am I doing wrong here? Heat up. 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Oh, that was the one I already had done. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay. Take it. Cook. I clicked on the cup that I already had and not the box. 45 minutes. Take it. Cook. How much water does this use? Doesn't really say, does it? 23 minutes. Pass time. Take it. Pass time. Take it. Okay. We'll eat.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Some of that for dinner. What time is it? It's about nighttime. We did all right. Well, guys, I'm looking at the clock. It's about that time for us to wrap up. I don't know. I do feel like I just got on here and talked today. I feel kind of bad about it. There have been people in the past that have commented on episodes like just play the game, please. Which usually I disregard completely, except today I do actually feel kind of bad. I feel like I just rambled the whole time, so I apologize. Yeah, if that's not your thing, I apologize. If that's not your thing, you've probably disconnected by now, but yeah. Anyways, so we will. I will sincerely make every effort that I can to pass the time here and get these things knocked out before the beginning of the next episode. So, I still am trying to figure out what I want to do with Fridays. If I want to do a second episode in this series or just try to earmark it for streaming. I would like to do the episode, but then it's like, well, if I stream, I don't really want to do two things on one day because it kind of kills either one or the other, right? Like you're either going to watch the stream or you're going to watch the episode. So like if I put an episode out and I stream, I've probably killed the numbers on that episode. So it's kind of hard to decide, and I'm just still kind of up in the air about it. So anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments about Blackfrost. Are you guys looking forward to it? Anything I said that you agree or disagree with, throw those in the comments. Always love to see your guys' perspective. But otherwise, yeah, that's it for me in this one. I'll catch you all next time. Thanks, guys.